We are working on the basics folders, and then in the basic folder, we discussed about how to create a user and what is user categories. And we are working on the roles part. In the last session, I have given overview on the roles. And in today's session, we'll see how to create a custom role. To create custom role, we have two options. One is you can duplicate the existing role. You can duplicate the existing roles and you can add and remove the unnecessary privileges. And you can perform the changes on the copied role, nothing but. Or else you can also create a role manually from the scratch. What is the role required for the roles management?
Application implementation
consultant.
Roles management.
IT security manager.
User management and roles management from the IT security manager role. Application implementation consultant role is for the setup and maintenance access. Okay, tools and then security console. And here, under the users tab, you can manage the users. Under the roles tab, you can manage the roles. Okay. Now, how to create a. Now, let's do one thing. We know what is the significance of the first three roles: employee role, IT security manager role, application implementation consultant role. And coming to this ESS administrator role, let me show you. ESS administrator role. This role, it's a predefined role. This role is used to manage the programs or monitor the programs submitted by every user in the application. Suppose I'm the administrator, I would like to see all the programs submitted by any user in the application. Generally, you're able to see your own programs only. But if I have this role, I'm able to see everybody program. If I click on edit role, if I go to users, see here, is there any option to add this role to any user? No. For some reasons, Oracle is controlling to assign this role directly to our account. It's by default assigned to these users. These users are application administrator, bi.admin, BI admin, fusion_apps_ BI admin. These are predefined users. These are Oracle applications administrators. Okay. So since you are not able to add your account to your user, this role to your user, what I'll do is I'll create a custom role. I'll create a custom role exactly similar to this role. I'm opening the application in one more browser. Tools and then security console. and I'm trying to create a new role. I'm clicking on create role option. I would like to create a similar role exactly like this. I'm entering the role name. And I'm going to use the prefix here. Because if I use some prefix here, I can able to understand this is my role, which I have defined, so that I can identify whether it's a predefined role or the custom role which we have created. This is role code. This field should contain all the caps. All the caps. And no spaces also. Role category. It's a common role basically. This role is related to procurement, or this role is related to order management or finance. No, right? It's a common role. So I'm selecting common. You can select common job role or you can select common abstract role. Not a problem. If you select anything, not a problem. I'm selecting common job role. This is just for our identification only. The category just for our identification to identify whether this role is belongs to which module. It's a procurement module role or finance module role. Custom role, user to monitor, and main is programs submitted by all the users in the application. Okay. The first tab is nothing but I think it's not allowing me the special character. The first tab is to provide the role name, role code, role category, and then description. And we are done with the first tab. What is there in the second tab? What I'm actually doing, the predefined role I'm verifying, and exactly I'm creating a custom role. Okay. Now, is there any privileges added here? There are 2 privileges are added. Okay. Let me add those 2 privileges. I'm going to the second tab. I'm copying the privilege here. Click on add. Click on add. Enter the privilege name. Okay. So this will allow read, submit, update, delete all the ESS jobs. ESS jobs. ESS stands for Enterprise Scheduler. Enterprise Scheduler. And what is the other S? Oracle
I think,
Enterprise Scheduler.
I think for enterprise itself, they've used ES. That's my guess.
Enterprise Scheduler, maybe. Okay, so all the programs in the application are called as ESS jobs. ESS stands for Oracle Enterprise Scheduler. Okay. And what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to add the privileges to the new role that we are creating. I just copied this, and this privilege I'm trying to add to the new role which I'm creating. Okay, and there is one more privilege is there. That privilege also I am trying to add to the new role which I'm creating. Done. So 2 privileges I have added. I'm sorry. Clear, right, team? So far, good. The first step and second step.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
2
sir.
privileges I
Yes,
have
yes.
added. What I've done, simply I'm doing the copy paste.
Yes.
Now coming to the data security policies, let's go to the standard rule. In the standard rule, any data security policy is created. Here, this is standard rule. Do you see any data security policies? No. Let's go to the role hierarchy. There are 2 roles are there. There are 2 roles are there. Monitor role and operator role. Operator and monitor role. These 2 also roles only actually. So since you are the administrator, you are getting the capability of these 2 roles, operator role and monitor role. I'm selecting the under the role hierarchy. I'm giving the capability of then the 2 roles called monitor role. Okay. So if you see here, this role, it is providing only which access? Read only. That means you are
Read
able to
only.
see the programs. You are not able to cancel, or you are not able to hold the program submitted by the users. You are able to just see. Monitor role. Okay. Operator role. If you have this role, see, you are able to stop, you are able to start the program submitted by the users. So these 2 role capabilities we are adding to the custom administrator role. Okay. Hope you understood now what is the importance of the role hierarchy tab. And segregation of duties. We don't.
Krishna, why 2 entries came for the ESS monitor rule?
Not sure.
Okay, somebody created this ESS operator role to the TLESS.
It's okay. I mean, we no need to break our heads for that. Okay, that's fine. And in the standard role, coming to the 5th tab, nothing. And also 5th tab is managed by Oracle. And coming to the 6th tab, let's come to the 6th tab directly in our custom role. We wanted to add to our user this custom role. Our user is Krishna. We change the name of my account. This is the user which I have created. Click on add user. So this custom role I have assigned to the user which we have created. And then final screen is summary screen. In the summary screen, you can see 2 privileges we have added. 2 privileges. Did we add any data security policies or remove? Nothing. And we have added 2 roles, right? We have added 2 roles, monitor role and operator role. And this custom role we have added to 1 user. This custom role we have added to 1 user. Okay. Click on second, please. This is manual. So what I'm doing, I'm referring the standard role. From the standard role, whatever is required, I'm adding into the custom role. Okay. Now, we can also create a role by using the copy option. By using the copy option, suppose a standard role called procurement manager. procurement manager. I would like to copy this and I want to create a new role. From the drop down, click on copy role. Click on copy role. So here when you're copying, two options are there. Copy top role, copy inherited roles. Copy inherited roles. Do you remember in the last session I have explained this role containing the inherited privileges also.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Inherited privileges also. Whether you want to copy only this role privileges or you want to copy inherited privileges also. Inherited privileges. I'm copying both. Click on copy. Now everything copied. I'm just changing the name. I'm using my prefix TL is nothing but tech leads. And then TL procurement manager. And in the role code also I'm using the TL prefix. And then in the description, I'm adding custom role. Okay. And in the second tab, you can see all the privileges got copied from the predefined role. Now here, these are the privileges that by default for this role, if you wanted to see the inherited privileges, if you click on load inherited privileges, you can see the inherited privileges also. It's trying to load. Okay. Now you are able to see the inherited privileges also. Inherited privileges. Here, one point I would like to mention. This role main privileges. Where is it? Okay. So these are main privileges, right? In the main privileges, you are able to, suppose if you want, you can delete it, main privileges. How you are able to identify this privilege is a main privilege or it's inherited privilege? How you are able to identify?
In the inherited from role, it should be reflected.
Empty. If it is empty, it's a main privilege.
And if it is not reflected, it is.
Okay. Now on the main privileges, you have delete option. you can delete. Suppose you don't want this role. Procurement agent setup access. This privilege is nothing but you are able to create buyers. You are able to create buyers in the application. Suppose if you delete this, what is meant by buyer? Buyer is the person who procure the material from the supplier. Buyer is the person who procures the material from the supplier. So in the procurement department, you will find the buyers. Because what is their work? Their work is to buy the material from the suppliers. Okay. So if this privilege is there, you are able to create the buyers in the application. You are able to create procurement agents in the application. You don't want this access to be provided to this role. Delete it. I deleted it. So the main privileges you can delete, but coming to the inherited privileges, you are not able to delete. Inherited privileges, you are not able to delete. There is no delete option for the inherited privileges. So if you don't want inherited privileges, you should not copy in the first step itself. You should not copy in the first step itself. That means here. Here when you are copying, so you have a copy option here, right? So here when you are copying, don't copy inherited. So if you copy inherited privileges, what will happen? It will not allow you to delete. I'll show you. It's still loading. It's still loading. Okay, it's loaded. So this is inherited privilege, right? You don't have a delete option. It's disabled. Please wait. Understood, team?
Yes, Krishna.
Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Srinivas, sir. So whatever we are trying to do, is it something a setup or a configuration? Sir?
Sir, you are breaking, sir. Your voice is breaking.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, but it's breaking in the middle, sir. Not able to understood your question completely.
So what I mean to say is, whatever we are trying to do here, so is that something a setup or a configuration? What kind of?
It's not a setup, it's access.
Okay.
It's access. Okay, these are the rules. Suppose an example, IT security manager role. If you assign that role to any user, what will happen?
You would be able to do the activities, right?
Yeah. Similarly, if you are having these roles, you are able to perform some activities. That activities can be a setup, or that activity can be a transaction. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Srinivas, what's your email ID? Srinivas?
Hello, it's Raju, sir. RAJU,
RAJU?
Srinivas. 729
729.
at gmail.com.
Where is your practice status, sir?
Yeah, I'll start doing it, sir.
If you don't do practice, you are not able to follow me, sir. You'll have these kind of confusions.
Sure, sir. Definitely, I'll start
So initial practice is definitely required. I didn't receive even a single email from you.
Sure, sir. I'll do so.
Practice is important. Then you will be able to follow me 100%.
Sure, sir.
Hi, Krishna, I have a question. Can
So
I
one
ask
second,
now?
sir. One second. So if you see this privilege, it's an inherited privilege, right? So you see delete option is there? No, no delete option. Okay. So when you are creating a custom role by copying, you have two options. Whether you want to copy top privileges only or you want to copy the inherited privileges only. Inherited privileges, if you don't want, don't copy here itself. But if you copy here, you are not able to delete the inherited privileges. Okay. After that, as I mentioned, whichever the privileges you want, you keep it. Unnecessary privileges, you delete it. Coming to the data security policies, also same thing. Okay. Whichever the data security you want, you keep it. The remaining, you can delete it. Okay. Role hierarchy also, remaining sections also, same thing. Okay. I want to show you one more thing here. I'm creating a simple role. I'm creating a simple role. I'm clicking on create a new role. TL underscore PU underscore. Role category. Can I select procurement here? Can I select procurement? And also it's a job role, right? Because it belongs to the purchase orders. Procurement job role. Main is I'll put create, update, cancel, close, purchase orders. Okay. I'm creating a custom role. In that custom role, what access I want to provide, create, update, cancel, close, purchase orders. And if I go to the second tab, here we should add the privileges, right? What privileges are belongs to this kind of activities that we should be able to identify, which privileges we should provide for this, that we should be able to identify, that we are able to identify through the experience, through the practice. In the next coming classes, you'll be perfect in that area. Do you remember the place where to navigate to see all the predefined roles?
Yes, sir. All books.
All books. Okay, I'm going to all books. 23B. In the all books, roles falls under security part. Okay, I go to security and navigate to security. From the security, I go to the security reference for procurement. So here you'll see all the rules related to procurement. Okay. Now I'm opening the procurement manager role. In that role, I go to privileges directly. I go to privileges. So in the privileges section, if I scroll down, I'm taking simple examples, team, because everybody should understand. That's why I'm not taking any tough examples right now. And also we are in the starting of the classes only. Okay. I have to take simple examples only initially. Later, we'll discuss complex example, but not now. So if I scroll down here, a lot of privileges are there. So do you see here, there is a privilege called cancel purchase order. Correct? Cancel purchase order, create purchase order. Okay. Now you can, in this custom role, whatever the custom role that I'm trying to create, in this custom role, I'm trying to create this custom role, right? You go to add and you select the privilege, create purchase order. Okay. Underscore at the end, nothing but suffix. If you see priv, it's a privilege. I am selecting the privilege. Create purchase order. Okay. And there is another privilege called cancel purchase order, close purchase order, hold purchase order, freeze purchase order. Okay. So all these privileges are under which duty? This is the duty, right? The first column is nothing but duty. So instead of adding these privileges individually, you can directly add the duty also. You can directly add the duty also. So all this cancel, close, finally close, freezing the purchase order, holding the purchase order. All these privileges are available under which duty? Purchase order control. Okay. So let's add this duty directly. You know how to add a privilege, how to add duty, I'll show you. Okay. This is also called as duty role. Let's add. So this is a duty. Sir, how we will know the duty names and then privileges name? Through the experience down the line. Okay. So underscore duty. If you see at the end underscore duty, it's a duty. I'm selecting that and click on. Suppose if I add duty, all the privileges should be added, right? All the privileges should be added. See here. Click on add selected privileges. You can see all the privileges got added. Maybe I think 6-7 privileges are there under that duty. All got added. Suppose when all the privileges got added, you don't want this privilege, you can delete it. You don't want hold purchase order privilege to be given. Hold purchase order, delete it. So what I'm trying to convey, you can add the privilege, you can add the duty. You can add the duty or you can add the privilege. After adding the duty, after all the privileges got added, you can remove the privileges. Okay. Now, coming to this create purchase order. This create purchase order under a different duty. The duty name is purchase order
Purchase order
authority.
authority.
You want to add the duty or you want to add the privilege? That's just up to you. Up to you. Okay. I would like to add the duty here. Duty I want to add. Click on add security policies. I'm adding the duty. Underscore duty is nothing but it's a duty role. It's a duty role. Click on add. All the duties got default.
Krishna, like
All the
if
privileges.
we are adding duty, we can get all the privileges which is in that duty. And
Yes.
if we are only adding that particular privilege,
Hmm.
that also we can do, and we
Yes.
will only get that access only.
Yes,
Oh,
that's correct. And in the thought tab, so this is basically, in our simple understanding, this is front end. Front end in the sense, in the front end, like whatever you see, this is UI, this is front end. In the front end, you are able to see cancel purchase order button. You are able to see close purchase order button. But data access is nothing but the back end. Is nothing but back end. Okay. So in the whatever we are creating in the front end, it sits in the table, it sits in the schema, it sits in the database. Okay. Coming to the data access in the database, that's nothing but data security policy. I'm creating a data security policy here. Purchase order, data access. Okay. And here, there is an object called purchasing document header. I'm selecting that object. Sir, how you come to know this object? How you know this name? What I do is I'm going to open the predefined roles. Predefined roles are there, right? This is one role. Like this, there are many roles are there in the procurement. Totally 10 roles are there. I'm going to open the 10 roles. I'm going to study these roles. How these roles are being created. What are their data? What are their privileges? What are their duties? What are their data security policies? I'm going to study that. Then I'll come to know these names and I can select these names accordingly. Click on OK. And I would like to provide access to all values. And I want to provide everything. View, update, delete, everything I would like to provide. Coming to the data, which is in the database, that data access, complete access I'm providing. Delete, update, read everything. Complete access. Click on OK. Now coming to the role hierarchy. Coming to the role hierarchy, simple example I'll tell you. I'm taking a weird example because I want you to remember. That's why sometimes we can take the weird examples. Suppose see, if I had IT security manager, see. Now you should be able to remember this role hierarchy really well. Not only purchase order management, you are giving user management and role management to this role. Okay. Understood? Actually, this is not a good example, but you can able to call any role by using the role hierarchy. Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Segregation of duties, we don't do anything. Coming to the users. If you want to assign this role to anybody, just assign it. I hope you are clear with the how to add duties, how to add the privileges, how to create data security policies. Okay. And summary screen is the review screen. Review screen, we have added 22 privileges. And the privileges listed is displaying. We have created one data security policy. And under the role hierarchy, we have added another role. Okay. And we have added this user, this role to this particular user. That's it. Click on save and close. So before I do save and close, I'll take your questions now.
Krishna, while we have done with that duplicate with the existing role, so why we have skipped that time data security? We can also copy that time, na? Data security.
Here, when you copy the standard role, everything get copied. Everything will get copied. But here I tried to create a role manually.
Okay. So in the data security also we can delete na if we don't want that
We
security
can delete.
policy.
We can delete. We can modify it.
Yeah.
After copying, if you don't want anything or if you want to modify, you can actually delete it here. You have an option here. Remove data security policy, edit data security policy for the copied role. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, are the policy names predefined?
Yeah, madam. The data security objects that's are predefined. And we have not received as of now any custom requirement to create a custom one. We
Okay,
didn't face
so,
any such type of scenario also.
okay.
Coming to the privileges and duties also. So we can use the same privileges given by Oracle and then data duties also. As of now, I didn't face any situation or scenario to create our own custom privileges or duties. I think as per my knowledge, that is also not allowed. Oracle has to supply that. We have to reach Oracle with our requirement and Oracle can create for us as a enhancement.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so beginners, freshers, don't panic. So if you are able to listen the video 1 or 2 times, you'll be able to understand the concept. Don't panic yourself. This is a tricky topic, even it's also complicated for me. So you don't feel any tension here. So what I'm trying to say is here, you have to remember 2 things I'm trying to explain: how to create a role manually, how to create a role by duplicating the seeded role, nothing but standard role. Okay, after duplicating, how you are able to add or remove the privileges. Similarly, not only privileges, you are able to add or remove the data security policies also. Okay. So when you are manually creating a role, you enter everything manually. You're going to select whichever the duty that you want, or whichever the privilege that you want, whichever the data security policy you want to create, you're going to create. Only this part you should be able to get into your brains. Okay. Clear, beginners?
Sir, I
Yes,
have a
sir.
doubt.
Yes.
Shall I continue?
Yeah, sorry, Kiran.
Sir, whatever we are doing as a functional consultant, that I mean, we are making this application ready for the user. That's
Yes.
right, now.
Yes. To the client, to the business users.
Okay, okay. I mean,
Correct.
okay, sir. Okay, understand.
The example which I have taken is also the same thing, right? Suppose here, if you see this particular role, purchase order management, I'm creating this role. Why I'm creating this role? Because from the client side, Mr. A is there. What is Mr. A work? Mr. A daily is going to create purchase orders. He is going to cancel. He is going to freeze or hold. So the custom role I have created, what I do, I'm going to assign to this Mr. A. Then Mr. A is going to perform whatever the privileges that you have added under this role, nothing but creation, canceling the POs. Understood?
Yes, sir. If he needs, I mean, any change, then he will contact us, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
if he needs something extra, then he will approach his manager, and by copying his manager, he will contact us. Okay, he will
Okay.
create a ticket.
Okay, okay, sir. Understand. Thank you.
Any more questions from the beginners, freshers?
So when he is trying to contact us, then it will be a kind of a support kind, right, sir?
Yeah, in the implementation also, they can contact us. Not only some in the implementation project also, you provided some access. He needs some extra access, he may contact you.
Oh, yeah.
That will happen in the implementation or support anyway.
So they can contact any time, right, sir? Like after the
Yes.
implementation, everything, any time.
Yes.
And within 1 year.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so then
Until
after
unless you have a contract with that company, with that project, they'll approach you.
so the all comes under support only, right? Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Krishna, I have one doubt. I created one custom role and
Okay.
I didn't added any users right now, and I created just. So
Okay.
can I add again later only
Yes.
only users? Okay.
Yes.
I can remove, right? I can add
Yes.
I can do any change.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Now, after creating the custom rules, it will work. If you assign to the user, it will work automatically. Suppose if it is not working as per your configuration. So after creating a custom rule, what you have to do? You have to test that because you created custom rule. What this custom rule purpose? Create, cancel, hold, freeze, purchase order. Okay, right? So we need to do testing also. How you can do the testing? You create a user on your own. Okay, somebody called Mr. Y, create a user. To that user, assign the role, log into that user and perform all this testing. Whether from this user you are able to create, cancel, hold, freeze, you are able to perform everything, log in from that user and test it. We need to perform the testing, not only configuration. After the configuration, we have to perform the testing. So when you are performing the testing, something is not working. like hold is not working or freeze is not working, cancel is not working when you're testing. So in that case, there are some programs called retrieve latest LDAP changes, send pending LDAP request, import users and role application data. There are 3 programs are there. These 3 programs we need to submit. We need to submit or else immediately after creating the custom role, you can submit these programs. Immediately you can submit the programs. I create the custom role. I want to submit those programs, you can submit. Or else after my testing, I see something is not working, then also I can submit these programs. Sir, what is the importance of those programs? To explain that, I'll show you Fusion application architecture. Why we need to run those LDAP programs. I'll show you one image. This is the good image. So in this image, here, do you see something called LDAP, right? LDAP. So this is our Fusion application database. This is Fusion application database. So this LDAP directory contains all the roles information. This place contains all the roles information. This place has to be synchronized always with our Fusion application database. So these two automatically get synchronized, these two. The LDAP directory and then our Fusion application database automatically gets synchronized. Actually, you should not run this, not required to run these programs. But if it is not working as per your configuration, then run these programs. If you create a ticket to Oracle also, saying that, hey, I created this role and it's not working. If you report to Oracle also, the first action plan Oracle will suggest you to run these 3 programs. Retrieve latest LDAP changes, send pending LDAP request, import users and role application security data. Why we are running these programs? Because LDAP is a separate object. So this LDAP contains the roles information, security information. So always this LDAP directory should be synchronized with the Fusion application database. LDAP stands for LDAP full form. Lightweight directory access protocol. Lightweight directory access protocol. Okay. So clear, right? Why we are running these 3 programs?
Krishna, is LDAP a kind of server or something?
Maybe you can, it's a separate object in the
Database.
architecture. This is our architecture. So it stores the roles information.
So whatever is storing the data, we are calling it as a database only, right? Either if it
Okay,
is
madam,
storing
you
the
can-
data.
Okay, madam. It's storing the roles information. If you want to take it as a database, you can take it. It's going to store the roles information. So when these 3 programs has to run, when your custom role is not working as per your expectation, you can run, or maybe immediately also you can run. And also you can run these programs after every upgrade. After every upgrade, because in every upgrade, Oracle may give the new privileges or new duties or maybe new roles. Oracle may modify the existing privileges or maybe existing duties, or may give the new duties or new privileges or new roles. So to accommodate that into our application, run these 3 programs after every upgrade also. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Retrieve latest
Yes, sir.
LDAP changes, send pending LDAP request, import users and role application data security. Sir, what about the sequence? You can run in any sequence, not an issue. You can run this first program, later you can run this, or you can run this, or you can run in reverse way also, no problem. Any sequence you can run. So these programs you'll find in the scheduled process. So generally, these programs are scheduled in the application to run on every day. We can schedule these programs to run every day. Actually, in the old releases, I would say 3 years back, after creating the custom role, you have to run these 3 programs in the old releases 3 years back. After creating, if you do any changes with your roles, you create a custom role or you have updated the existing role or whatever the changes you have did on the roles, you have to run these 3 programs in the old versions 3 years back, but not required now. If it is not working, then only run it. Sorry, I should not go to here. Schedule process. And you can run this program from here. Retrieve latest LDAP changes. In the next week, we will also give you one more instance team. In the next week, suppose if this instance is slow, you can also use the other instance also. We will provide you 2 instances.
Okay.
From the next week onwards, not this week. So this is cloud. This is managed by Oracle, not by us. We have these challenges, application slowness, all these challenges are there. But we are trying to mitigate as much as we can by providing the stabilized instance to all of you. In case of EBS, we used to maintain our own server. We are able to control that, but this is a cloud. Okay, now you see the description. Synchronizes users and roles with LDAP. Okay, it's these 3 are synchronization programs from our Fusion application database with the LDAP directory, because LDAP directory is going to store which information, the roles part, the security part, and it is not having any parameters, I believe. Directly you can submit the program, and you can also schedule to run at the end of the day. The next program, send pending LDAP request. So this is also, see here, create or update the roles in LDAP. No parameters. And third program. Again, this is also import users and role data from the LDAP directory and stores in the application security tables, Fusion application tables. As I mentioned, in which cases we need to run these 3 synchronization programs, the LDAP programs. I'm repeating again.
After every
If your custom role is not working as per the setup, and also after every upgrade. Why after every upgrade? Maybe in that upgrade, Oracle might have modified the roles part. Might have modified roles. And for the very first time, when you enter into the, after buying the license, for the very first time also, you can run these programs. After buying the license, when the first time you logged into application, also, in that case also, you can run these 3 programs. If you schedule it daily also, it's not a problem. That is also good if you schedule these programs daily. Okay.
But Krishna, what is the major difference between these 3 programs, Krishna? All are just to synchronize users, roles and privileges only, right?
Yeah, from our one program is to retrieve the data from the LDAP related to Fusion application. And the program is to send the data from the Fusion application to LDAP. And third program is to synchronize both of them. Nothing but they're in both are in the sync or not.
Okay.
Both are nothing but exchanging the information only, syncing the information.
Okay.
All the programs. Okay. So I want all of you to complete your practice till here. Topic number 5. So I'm expecting 40 enrollments are there for this batch. 40 enrollments. I'm expecting 40 emails from all of you.
Sure, Krishna, we will.
If you don't practice, and if you ask me basic questions, I'm not going to clarify it. I'm not going to clarify if you don't practice and if you ask me the basic questions. You all promised that you have time for practice. You all promised with me. And we don't have a session on Saturday and Sunday also. Saturday, Sunday session was not there. You should have utilized that time. Saturday, Sundays. Practice is important. Very, very important. I'm reviewing the practice status. I can user creation and username generation, password policy, adding those. Employee IT security manager. How admin can navigate to schedule reports. So today concept, please try to practice today itself. Because today I explained some of the things. If you practice today, you're able to remember. The same topic, if you practiced after 1 day, after 1 week, you'll be able to remember. Now you have to spend some time on watching the video. And you have to recollect whatever is discussed and you have to practice. Better you practice on the same day itself. Sridhar. Mallaya Sridhar. Are you there, man? No. Please also connect classes regularly.
I was in mute. Fine.
You connected with which name?
Sridhar.
Okay, see you. Home screen. How to configure. Configuration. Searching for the user. Adding the rules. Again, team, if you don't have time, I'm not expecting all the screenshots. Just 1 or 2 screenshots also okay with me. Okay. Again, I'm repeating. I repeated many times, and again, don't say me, sir, I don't have time to prepare a document. I'm not expecting all the screenshots. 1 or 2 screenshots are okay. So you're up to date, Sridhar. Anything left to practice?
No, only for today's session.
Okay. Navina?
Yes, sir.
Maybe you're on mute.
Yeah.
How to run the programs? Sridhar, you have not practiced how to schedule the programs, I think.
Scheduling, I did it, right? I have scheduled 2 processes and it succeeded also. So.
Okay. It's from Sai Kiran. I reviewed your status. Rahim.
Sir, that cycle is different. This is 2 cycles.
Okay. One is D Sai Kiran, another one is
Jewelry cycle.
okay.
A cycle.
Rahim. Okay. Rahim, I have a question to you.
Yes, yes.
After purchasing the license from Oracle, how many instances that we receive?
2.
What are those?
Test and live.
Test and
Test and live, right?
test and
Live production.
production instance. Okay. Why we need 2 instances, test and prod?
Test is to where we create our setup and we will test our setup as per the configuration.
Good. So we start the implementation in the test instance, and
Yes.
first we configure everything in the test instance, and we do the testing and everything performed in the test instance. If
Yes.
everything is working fine, then we do our configuration in the production instance.
Yes.
That should be the answer. Sai Kiran. Very good, Sai Kiran. You're capturing everything. In all books, what is the importance of every section you captured? Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sindhu. Sindhu, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So you received welcome email. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think you tried another instance. That's why you received welcome. To run the programs, mandatory fields, program status, how to schedule the programs. You have to work on the roles part.
Yes, sir. Sure. Today.
Kindly finish by today.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Rakesh. Rakesh, did you practice the program scheduling? Don't see in your screenshots.
Yes, Krishna. In the previous assignment, I mentioned it.
Okay, please maintain only one document.
Okay.
Harish.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Harish. This part still has to do a. Please try to verify all books link also. All books link.
Okay, sir.
Suhani Chaudhary. I reviewed all this, then I'll verify the ending screenshots. Scheduling about the rules. Roles creation. Role consists of manual abstract calculation. Very good, madam. Thank you.
Thanks, Krishna.
Shishir. Okay, one screenshot you have sent me, that's fine. And you have added 2 roles. Like this. Thanks, Shishir. What about others? Krishna, where is your practice status?
Hi, Krishna. Since some medical emergency purpose, I couldn't do this even today.
Okay. Saida?
This is
where is your practice status?
Today I sent.
Huh?
Today I will be sent.
Okay, thank you. How will I tell?
Yeah. Due to I got a bit late that SS due to some problem. So today I will get to the practice session because I need to go through the first 2 videos. So that's
okay, sir.
So
okay. So everyone, please send me the practice status. Okay, practice is important. Okay. If you don't have any questions, I'll see you tomorrow.
a small doubt, can I ask?
Yeah.
Before creating any duplicate roles, we need to verify whether that duplicate role names or if it is available or not, right?
If you enter a name which already exists, it will throw error.
Okay, it will throw error, right?
It will throw error.
Can we see that because we are already like TL procurement manager, we already
You can use your prefix like VZ.
No,
VZ procurement manager like that.
Correct. So even though the role name and all of them are same, only the data securities and all internal inherited roles, there might be a changes.
Yes.
So at that also it is showing an error or like that. I'm asking.
Only the role name should be unique. Whatever the privileges that you have added inside that role, the same privileges can be there in another role also.
Okay.
Can be there in another role also. Those need not to be unique.
Okay, got it. So it will be showing error, right? While creating same.
Role name. So
The
coming to role name, it will throw
Yes,
error,
yes.
but you can have the same privileges under different roles.
Got it.
Okay. See you tomorrow, team. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.